Welcome, Power fans, to the first episode of the West Bend Power Podcast. I am your host, TJ D-Ball, and on this first episode, we're going to take a look back at a very eventful offseason for the West Bend Power organization. We'll also have a look back at the first 3 games of the season, including the home opener against the rival Oregon Tradesmen and a 2-game series against perennial contender, the Peoria Mustangs. Few teams in the NA3HL had as eventful of an offseason as the West Bend Power. After one of the team's most successful seasons in franchise history, the team began the painstaking process of going through an ownership change. West Bend Hockey Club, LLC, purchased the team from previous owners, local hockey partners, in early August and hit the ground running. The new ownership group includes President Nick Novacek, Vice President Greg Peterman, and Director of Hockey Operations Jason Woods. All 3 of these individuals were not only instrumental in bringing the Power to the Kettle Moraine Ice Center and West Bend, but have been ingrained in our community for years. All 3 have had kids go through the Washington County Youth Hockey Association program and have spent significant portions of their life working at the rink and making sure that youth hockey is what it is today for the West Bend community. After seeing the support that West Bend gave to the Power last season and hearing about the ownership struggles the team was encountering, the 3 banded together and made sure that Power hockey remained in West Bend for the future. The new ownership group wasted very little time making their intentions known. They quickly rebranded the team from the Milwaukee Power to the West Bend Power to let the community know that this was their team. Out was the red and black, and in were a new blue and gray color scheme that better fit the community. Right on the heels of that announcement was a partnership with the Wisconsin Wendigo, a premier Tier 2 NAHL team right here in Wisconsin. This partnership will open many doors for players, coaches, and staff. Just when the organization thought they had things under control, and things were starting to settle down, they were hit with another blow when their head coach, John Mitchell, who had led them to 31 wins in his first season, had accepted an offer as an associate head coach with the St. Cloud Norsemen of the NAHL. The team now found themselves looking for a new head coach, but didn't have to look far, as they were lucky to have a director of hockey operations, Jason Woods, that also has a pretty successful coaching resume and was able to step in on very short notice. Woods was not only already part of the organization with coaching experience, but a big part of their scouting program from the previous season. In the offseason, the Kettle Moraine Ice Center underwent a few changes as well. The boards, glass, and benches were all replaced and upgraded, much to the delight of players. The concession stand also got a facelift thanks to the sponsorship from TDS Telecommunications that includes new video concession boards. They also found new water coolers throughout the rink, courtesy of a sponsorship from Culligan Water of West Bend. The new team name, logo, and colors meant that the fans were eager to get some new merch, so the Power built a new Power Pro Shop on the upper level of the rink. The last change for the team was a new broadcaster in the form of USHL veteran Frank Zawarski. Frank comes to us as the youngest broadcaster to have ever called a USHL game and Chicago Blackhawks experience. Frank has been a great addition to the team and look forward to hearing more of his games in the future. Now that players had reported, it was time to get to work on the ice. After just a few weeks of practice, an inter-squad scrimmage, and a scrimmage against the ACHA team from Concordia, it was time for the players to get on the ice and welcome the fans to the Kettle Moraine Ice Center for the home opener of the 2023-24 season against the Oregon Tradesmen. Nearly 600 fans in attendance at the Kettle Moraine Ice Center. The lights went out, Enter Sandman came on, and the West Bend Power hit the ice for the very first time. The Power were out for revenge against the rival Tradesmen after they had knocked them out of the playoffs the previous season in a double overtime heartbreaking loss that ended the Power's season. Power fans didn't have to wait long to find out who would score the first goal in West Bend Power history. At a minute 27 into the first period, Rice Lake native Cole Fensky scored the first goal of the game, assisted by fellow Rice Lake native Tegan Shire. After the Tradesmen tied the game at the 8-minute 28-second mark, it was all Power from then on out. Late in the first period, Fensky and Shire would hook up again, this time reversing roles, with Shire scoring the goal and Fensky on the assist. Less than a minute later, returner Bryce Garber put a puck in the back of the net, assisted from Zach Wolverton and Connor O'Neill. The first period. The first period ended with the Power up 3-1. After another early goal in the second period from Connor O'Neill and assisted by Andrew Butler, the Oregon Tradesmen made a change in goal, pulling veteran Tyler Frommels in favor of rookie Sam Pollard. The goalie change didn't slow the Power down. Andrew Butler found the back of the net with an assist from Connor O'Neill and Bryce Garber. At the end of two, Power were up 5-1. As the third period started, it would have been easy for the Power to put the game in cruise control. Last season's heartbreaking double overtime loss to the Tradesmen that knocked them out of the playoffs was still on the Power's mind. The third period started off with goals from Cole Fensky and Andrew Butler, both notching their second goals of the game. It also saw veteran Rocco Cicerello score his first goal with an assist from Tommy Kundinger and rookie Owen Amon. The Power's final goal was scored by defenseman Tommy Kundinger and assisted by Odin Kleba and Bryce Garber. The Kundinger Power Player of the Week was goaltender Gavin Wollmacher, stopping 41 of 42 shots he faced. The nearly 600 fans that packed the Kettle Moraine Ice Center went home happy with a 9-1 victory over the Oregon Tradesmen. With the home opener behind them, and the team and new head coach Jason Woods securing their first win, it was time to welcome the Peoria Mustangs to town the following weekend. Peoria was coming in first place at 2-0 after a 2-game sweep of the St. Louis Junior Blues. Friday night series opener against the Peoria Mustangs saw a scoreless first period in which the Power were outshot 19-7 by the visiting Mustangs. The Power came out of the locker room in the second period looking to break the 0-0 tie, and did, thanks to Hartford, Wisconsin native Odin Kleba. Odin scored 2 goals in the second period, but was ejected from the game for a helmet removal penalty on the second goal. Second period ended with the Power on the power play and up 2-0. The Mustangs' woes continued in between periods when they were assessed with a bench minor penalty, putting the Power on a 5-3 power play. 31 seconds into the third period, Captain Connor O'Neill found the back of the net to put the Power up 3-0. The scrappy Mustangs team tried to claw their way back into the game, scoring 2 goals at the 11-minute and 34-second mark and the 16-minute and 20-second mark, making the score 3-2. In a last-ditch effort to tie the game, the Mustangs pulled their goalie, but were unsuccessful when Germantown native Andrew Butler sent one the length of the ice and found the back of the net to put the Power up 4-2. This is where the game ended. After a very physical first night, the Power turned to rookie goaltender Brooks Borowski and gave him his first NA3HL start. In what would prove to be a very physical game, the Power struck first when Owen Drake put a puck in the back of the net at 6 minutes and 19 seconds into the first period. Drake. Newcomer Tegan Shire put the Power up 2-0 on what would be his first goal of the night. At the end of the first period, the Power found themselves up 2-0. At 48 seconds into the second period, Peoria scored, making the score 2-1. At 6 minutes into the second period, things started getting physical when Peoria's wing, Paul Allison, was assessed a 5-minute major penalty and a game misconduct for boarding Liam Frazier. The Power wouldn't be denied, and Captain Connor O'Neill was able to put one past netminder Travis Visvadra, putting the Power up 3-1. Peoria's Ronnie Toronto cross-checked Connor O'Neill in the head, knocking his helmet off during the celebration. The penalties were piling up for Peoria, and they found themselves down 3-1 at the end of the second period. The Power came into the third period clinging to a 2-goal lead. 6 minutes into the third period, Peoria winger Colin Cash was ejected from the game after boarding defenseman Zach Wolverton. This gave the Power another 5-minute power play. This 5-minute opportunity saw Power rookie center Brady Moore score the first NA3HL goal of his career. This extended the Power's lead 4-1. Tegan Shire then joined the party, scoring his second goal of the game at the 12-minute and 8-second mark, making the score 5-1. Peoria didn't let up on the physicality. Left wing Andon Marceau was assessed a 2-minute minor for slashing and an additional 10-minute game misconduct. Moments later, Riley Planey was shooken up on a nasty hit in open ice. Late in the third period, Rocco Cicerello Late in the third period, Rocco Cicerello extended the Power's lead 6-1 on a goal with assists by rookies Luka Weinkauf and Toby Kerr. Final score in this game was 6-1. The Power completed the sweep of the visiting Peoria Mustangs and found themselves in first place at 3-0. Join the West Bend Power on Friday, September 29th and Saturday, September 30th as they host the defending Fraser Cup champions, Granite City Lumberjacks. This weekend is Military Appreciation Weekend. All active military and veterans will receive free admission and will be honored at both games. The Stars and Stripes Honor Flight Traveling Art Show will be on display both nights as well. Friday's game day sponsor is West Bend Laser Engraving. West Bend Laser Engraving offers custom laser engraving for keepsakes, personalized gifts, awards, plaques, home decor, signage, product marketing, and many more custom orders. Thank you, West Bend Laser Engraving, for your support of the West Bend Power. Saturday night's game day sponsor is Culligan Water of West Bend. Backed by over 85 years of experience, Culligan Water of West Bend has a wide range of products to address your unique water concerns and will provide your family or business with better, safer water at every tap. Thank you for your support, Culligan Water of West Bend. Make sure to join us for the games Friday and Saturday night. Visit westbendhockey.com to get your tickets now. Here is this week's podcast trivia question of the week. What player scored the last regular season goal of the 2022-23 season for the West Bend Power? Email your answers to westbendpowerpod@gmail.com. All correct answers will be entered into a drawing to win a free West Bend Power t-shirt. That'll wrap up this week's episode of the West Bend Power Pod. Join us here next week when we recap the Granite City series and talk to new head coach Jason Woods. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the Kettle Moraine Ice Center, and let's go Power!